नमस्कार दोस्तों। कारगिल विजय दिवस के लिए आप सभी को हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं। चलिए स्प्रिंट रिव्यू शुरू करते हैं। सो टुडे इज द एंड ऑफ स्प्रिंट 3 and let us demo what all we could achieve at the end of sprint 3. I had promised you a couple of things like steps, sharing and bookmarks. So out of them, steps and bookmarks could be achieved, and I'm very sorry I could not achieve the sharing functionality. So that's kind of a spillover. We will definitely address it in the upcoming sprint, the next sprint, that is sprint 4. So this is how the application looks. In this application, I have just to give you a demo, I have given a long title just to see how it fits on the screen. So if it is a very long title, then it will overflow, but the icons will still be there on the right hand side. Okay, now what are these icons? The icons are bookmark icon and delete icon. So when you bookmark something, then it is shown in filled bookmark icon, and otherwise it is only shown as a outline. So here you can see that only HTML lesson is bookmarked. Here besides the search, you see bookmark only, that is a toggle button. So when you toggle it to on, then only those lessons will be shown that you have bookmarked. Other lessons will not be shown. But if you want to see all the lessons, then you can always turn it off, so all the lessons will be shown. Then when you go to any lesson, let us say to Angular lesson, then you will also notice that I have center aligned everything just so that it looks good. The title of the lesson, as well as the steps, as well as I have made the buttons look a little crisper, cleaner. All of them are fab icons or fab buttons, as Ionic people call it. And here is the share functionality. Yes, I gave these options to it, but these options don't work at the moment. So as I said, I'll complete it in the next sprint, that is in sprint number 4. Now let us go to steps. Every step has one button that is called as status button. So when you click on it, the status will be turned from pending to done. When you click once again, it will turn to fail. When you click it once again, then it will cycle back to pending. Now you might ask that why am I doing this? Because see, when you are actually going through a lesson, then just imagine every lesson might be having at least 10 steps. So let us say in Angular, we will be having steps like machine setup, then what is binding. Even in binding, you can create multiple steps, like, two-way binding means, your attribute binding. Then you can have string interpolation, that is also a kind of a binding. Then you can have class binding, event binding, right? Then you can have different various pipes, then directives, how to have custom directives. So one lesson can have multiple topics, at least 10 topics. I'm expecting that every lesson will have at least 10 topics. More, I'm actually realistically expecting that 20 to 25 steps will be there in any particular topic. If your lesson is as big as let us say Angular or Ionic, that kind of lessons are going to have at least 20 to 25 steps. So, and even for trivial lessons, I think 10 steps are going to be there in any lesson. Anybody, if he wants to make any coaching tutorial, so it's going to have some kind of lessons. So how will you keep a track? And every step won't be as small as I have mentioned on the screen over here. The steps will be long steps, for machine setup, there'll be multiple steps written over there. So I don't think that you'll be able to complete the entire lesson in one go. It's next to impossible that you'll be able to do it in one go, unless you have a lot of unparalleled, uh, uh, this thing, dedication for the lesson. So what we'll do is, if you, let us say, if you have completed a machine setup, then you can just mark it as done. Let us say that you're blocked on a particular step, like binding. Okay, you do not understand it much, so you'll mark it as failed. You do not understand it much, but you'll move on in the lesson to the next steps. And this is why I've given this functionality. This is entirely up to you how you want to use it. I've just given this button. It works in this particular way. You can use it the way you want. It is for your convenience. Okay, so it's just for you. Here, there is no restriction. There is nothing like you won't be able to complete that lesson unless you mark all of those steps as done. There's nothing like that. That button is only given for your convenience. Use it to your heart's content the way you want. There's no restriction. Okay, so that was about the steps that I've added. Now let us edit any step. Here you can give a title and you can give uh, the markdown. So here I'm adding a few things to a markdown. The preview is being shown at the top. Again, the preview is also center aligned, as I mentioned to you earlier. There's a save button, delete button, upload is for what? Upload means you will be able to upload videos, images, etc., or maybe even record. So you'll be able to record audio, uh, uh, take your selfie photograph, or take a video. When I say selfie, it means you can take it from any of the cameras, either the main camera or the selfie camera. Again, the video also you can take it by any camera. So basically, just your video app will start, and then you can record it. Of course, there's a swap button in the app itself, right? You know those things. So that will come in the future. So I've just given that button over here. So either you can record it from your device, or you can upload it. If you have that file, if you have a video file, maybe somebody sent to you through WhatsApp and you want to create a research paper over here, so you can upload that video over here. Okay, so this is what these buttons do. And then of course you can delete a step like this. So when you click on delete, then this whole step should just get deleted. Okay, so that is how you create a step. And then the same things you will see in the uploading the lesson also. So here when you add a step, then you can also delete that step, and so on. Okay, so that is what we could achieve, steps bookmark. Now what should we do in the next sprint? So of course sharing functionality is left, so it got spilled over. Of course I'm going to implement it in the next sprint. But besides that, one more important thing that I want to implement is uh, I want to create the login functionality. I want to implement the login functionality. So there should be a registration, there should be login, that kind of things I want to implement. The reason for doing it is, let us say if you are into Angular uh, lesson, then here you will see the edit icon. You can edit a step. But then I feel it is wrong to give edit icon for every user. Only if you're the creator of that lesson, then only you should be able to edit it, right? Otherwise, any Tom, Dick, and Harry will come and edit your lesson, and your lesson won't be safe on the app, right? So that is why I want to first create your profile so that I know that this lesson is created by you, and then this icon will be available only for the creator of the lesson. That means for you. Okay, so for that I need to create that registration and login functionality. So I have done some research about it. So before I commit anything, I normally run a POC for it, and then only I commit things in the sprint demo come planning meeting. There's also a planning meeting kind of. Uh, so here, okay, we are on the database page at the moment. Let me show you authentication. In the authentication, you see here, these are all the sign-in methods that Firebase provides. Now, out of all of them, I have just enabled this email or password at the moment, but I also wish to enable Google, or rather even this should be disabled, and only Google method should be enabled at the moment, because the website can also have Google login, and all the users on my Android app will be definitely Google users. You must be having a Google app in order to use a Android phone. So definitely you must be having a Google account. So I don't wish to create an account, create your profile with me. It's not required at all. Maybe you just log in using Google. I'm not going to take any information from you, and I don't even want to profile users. I'm strictly against the concept of profiling users. So that is also a reason why I'm creating this app, because I'm basically against this thing that big companies like Google, Microsoft, Facebook, Amazon, all of them keep profiling you a lot. And I'm basically against it. It should be a fair business, you know. Like this is an app where content creators can go and create their lessons. I will show you ads, but then those ads won't be profiled. Those ads won't be targeted ads. Okay, those ads should not be targeted ads. And for ads, maybe I have a lot of other thoughts. They'll come up in the coming sprints. I won't spend time over it in today's demo come planning meeting. So in the next sprint, all that we are going to implement is to create a registration and login functionality, and then uh, this edit icon should be given only for those users who have created those particular lessons. Okay, for only your lessons you should be able to see this edit icon. Also, there should be an edit icon on the title, because how else will you be able to change the title? Then once again there should be edit for tags, I guess. Yeah, you're right. For tags also there should be a button given somewhere, maybe like edit tags. Okay, I'll give it in the title bar itself. And edit tags, edit title, and edit steps buttons will be enabled or shown to you only if you're the creator of that lesson. Then on the lessons page, also I could give that edit icon, but then I don't want to over complicate or clutter this particular screen, because as you can see the title is very long. Then in that case it already wraps, and you know already it is taking up a lot of space. So some space must be there for the icons, and only two icons can accommodate in that space at the moment, I feel. And so I'll be giving only two icons over here, not three. And then there should be sufficient space between the icons, because I cannot clutter those icons, because when you click one icon, it should not happen that some other icon is getting clicked. So keeping all those things in the mind, I feel I'll keep this page as it is. The edit will be shown to you when you go inside that lesson. Here you will be seeing the edit icon if you are the creator of the lesson. Okay, so these are the two functionalities. One is registration login, another is showing the edit icons at the title, tags, and step. And the third thing that I promise you is the share functionality, which I have spilled over in sprint number 3. Okay, so that is the planning of next sprint. Do let me know in the comment section what all new features you want in this application. And we are almost reaching with the mid, because sprint 4 is beginning. We anyways had 8 sprints, so out of the 8 sprints, the 4th sprint is about to begin. So do let me know what all features you want in this application. I think we are on track, except that this functionality got spilled over, but we are still on a track, the sprint velocity as well. And you should also consider this thing that, you know, I do not work on the weekdays. I have my job also. So, you know, I get time only to work on this on the weekend, that means on Saturday and Sunday. And given that, I think I'm doing pretty good job. I'm a single person. The same person has to do coding, create videos for you, a lot of things. And that is why on the channel you will see that I'm not creating any more videos at the moment, because I'm really engrossed into this work. On my Saturday, Sunday gets completely utilized into this particular thing. But it's worth it. Many content creators need this kind of platform which won't profile the users, which won't profile you as a content creator also, and which will give you a level playing field where you can just create your content, share it, and maybe for users also, for pupils to, you know, search the content, go for it. You know, as simple as that, without any profiling, without any you know, big corporate things, which I think I can give at least that much to the society. So that was the sprint demo for sprint 3 and planning for sprint 4. Until next time, जय हिंद, वंदे मातरम, कारगिल विजय दिवस के एक बार पुनः आप सभी को हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं।